Okay, so I have a script here, so I might sound like I'm talking in a weird way because I'm reading off of a script. So for the 700 subscriber Q&A, I'm gonna read off some questions and answer them right here. I hope the setup is not too disorienting. I have my usual like backdrop of like stuff right here. I still want to add some things, but I'm gonna go ahead with the first question here. Okay, so first question here is, how do you make the custom Calico critters? Okay, so most of the time I use acrylic paint. I like this one. It's called Liquitex Basic Acrylics, like the white stuff. Or for my blues, you get the blue one right here. Most of the time I just mix the colors. I also have this one. I also recommend U35 acrylics. They're really nice. Or, like, on the occasion, if I'm, like, running out of a certain paint color, but I don't, like, depend on the quality, I usually use, like, Daiso paints of, like, acrylic paints. These are really hard to come by recently. I think it's mostly because, like, they're not that bad of a quality, but they're good enough quality to, like, apply on Calico critters so they still have a fuzz on them. But that's just my opinion. I mostly just use that or, you know, like Daiso clay, air dry clay for like the stuff right here. I have to manually sculpt out like all the accessories and whatnot, but it's not that too big of a deal. It's just basic shapes and whatnot. Okay, so the next question is, are you Sigma? Sure, let's just say that. Okay, so my third question is, how did the idea for the Calico Critter series, where I just have, like, little fucking Shadow Milk Cookie and Pure Vanilla Cookie running around, come about? I'm gonna be honest, that one video I did where Pure Vanilla Cookie defeats Shadow Milk Cookie with alcoholism was unfortunately made as I was under the influence. And at the time, I had, like, barely 400 subscribers, so I didn't exactly have a sense of a community, so I just made that as a joke. Genuinely, I didn't actually think it was gonna do anything, but it made, like, 1,000 views, and I was like, what the fuck, you know? So, honestly, I was just winging it at that point. Who inspired me to do YouTube? I'm gonna be honest, it was, the deranged Sky Does Minecraft. He is not my YouTube hero, but at the time when I first started in the YouTube scene, he was super popular and he wasn't, like, a fucking druggie at the time. So, weirdly enough, yeah, Sky Does Minecraft. He's not my favorite anymore, but he's, like, to me, in my opinion, he's like that drunk uncle nobody likes, but you kind of know who he is. Again, I don't like him now, but he was one of the reasons why I started. Why does Shadow Milk Cookie like Chipotle in my series? So this is like, my Shadow Milk Cookie, Calico Critter custom. So, in the series, he likes Chipotle, like, a crazy amount. And honestly, the reason why he likes, like, Chipotle that much is probably because I've never actually tried it, and so I have this, like, idea that it's, like, super good, even though I've never tried it, and that's kind of, like, why he likes it. Okay, so who is my favorite legendary, and will I be making them in Calico Critters? Yes, he is actually Elder Fairy Cookie. Honestly, I think it's mostly because he was, like, the first, legendary that I was introduced to in the game. So I have, like, a good idea of why he's my favorite, because he's kind of cool, and he's a fairy, and that's about it. Number 8, I forgot, this is the one I just did right now is, like, number 9, so number 8 is where do you get the dolls? Mostly just like Mary Kari. This is kind of like the site I use. You got, Mary Kari right here. Yeah, just like look up used, animals. Like right here, you got 7 babies for $26. Honestly, I would not recommend this if you're customizing. You would kind of want a used, beat up calculator, so you're not exactly like tarnishing the open market of like the brand new ones. That's kind of what I think, because there are collectors, but you don't want to like, you know, remove like the amount of calculators there are in perfect condition. Like, you see this one, this is like a perfect condition, $30 exhibition raffle calculator bunny. This is for $30. You would not want to go for that in terms of customization. Sometimes the animal itself has like a market value, kind of like right here. You got the rat family, they're $80. I would not, like, personally, if you need the shape of the animal, I would buy it, but only in singles. Like you see right here, you got an animal family set here. This is actually a good deal. I don't think this animal set is discontinued. So I would honestly go for this for like a custom. You get a whole family for $30. Let's see, something not like that, but like I'm trying to find like a used one here. Here you got this like super used one. This is a Sylvanian family silk cat for $10. I would probably say that's a good deal. But that's because I've been in, like, you know, you got $6 right here. That's also a good deal. That's honestly the best deal you could probably look for when it comes to animals. But yeah, I usually look up, you know, calculators, yeah, something like that. Oh my god, the price, never mind. Yeah, something like these are actually pretty good deals. I would look up for Mary Kari services, basically. That or thrift stores. Thrift stores are also awesome, so I would say keep an eye on that. Another question I got, which was kind of curious in my opinion, is have you played Wega's Challenge? No, I have not. I have seen it on YouTube, but it's like confusing to me because I don't know what the fuck it is. You know any other language than English? Yes, I know some Japanese. My Japanese is a little fucked up, in my opinion, because it has like a bit of a countryside accent, so sometimes my family members don't know what I'm talking about, and I'll try really hard to explain it, and they still don't understand because of my accent. And honestly, I picked it up mostly during the time that I was in Matsuyama as a little kid. And personally, I think that's what made me get like an accent, which is kind of like countryside-ish. Honestly, I would not know anything else. Like, I do watch anime, so maybe like when I was like a kid and I was like learning Japanese still, I kind of like maybe picked it up. But honestly, other than that, it's like, I don't know, you know. One of the questions I got was, do I like Precure? Yes, and my favorite Precure is Cure Lemonade. She's kind of a favorite for me, mostly because I grew up when Precure Go-Go 5 came out, so I do have the SH Figuarts version of her as well here. I think I did a review on her one time, I'm not sure, like on YouTube, and I tried to do like a voice impression of her, and it was like ass. So yeah, she's like one of my favorites. I don't have that much merch of her because she's kind of expensive to like collect merch of, and she's not exactly like a mega priority at the moment when it comes to collecting for fan favorites. I got another question here. What's my favorite food? Honestly, I don't know, but like mostly just pizza or gyoza. Okay, so another question I got here was, are there going to be collabs in the future? Hopefully, yes. And then another question is, how did I get into CRK or Cookie Run Kingdom, right? I originally got into it because of a Shadow Milk cookie ad, and it basically, like, implied that I could get, like, free 150 polls and, like, free Shadow Milk cookie. But obviously, that was not the case. I fell for, like, the very first scam ad. It's not exactly a scam, because I do like CRK, but, like, I thought I would get, like, free polls or some shit. That was not the case. I worked, like, my ass off to get him, and then eventually it got too much, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, and I just paid for it. And even then, bro, holy shit, just getting, like, him one time was super difficult for me. So, what paint do I use? I'm not sure if it's like, what do I use? Okay, so, I mostly use Liquitex, or just, like, U35, basically, for my customs. Is my favorite cookie. Guys, I wonder who's my favorite, CRK character, guys. I wonder who's my favorite. Small video cut, but I just got this, today as well. So, number 18, question number 18 is, will we finally get Black Sapphire cookie? This was kind of like an inside joke because I took too long to make Black Sapphire cookie. I guess like last week? I don't know. What's my favorite color? This is gonna sound really weird because I associate a lot with the color blue, but my favorite color is actually red. Nope. Okay, so number 20 is, do I have any socials? I only have YouTube and Discord. Other than that, most of my social media is private use. I have a Twitter, but it's only for use, to look at stuff. And then I also have an Instagram that's privated, because I'm not really, like, fond of it anymore. I do have a lot of art pieces on there, but I think it's, like, I'm honestly only gonna, like, have it for mutuals. I don't have a TikTok. I will never make a TikTok. That shit is so weird. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. From 1 to 10, how good do you think your editing skills are? Honestly, like, bare minimum 2 out of 10. I know how to, like, make stuff move on the screen. That's about it. That's how good my editing skills is. Imagine Microsoft slideshow, and that would be my skills right there. Question number 22, Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network? Cartoon Network, hell yeah. So the next question is, do you like coffee? Yes. And then my last question is, do you like the Golden Lily ship? The ship between Golden Cheese Cookie and White Lily. Honestly, I don't really, like, it's not one of my favorite ships, but I can see why it's, like, really cute. Because they're lesbians. They're like, I kind of always see, like, Golden Cheese Cookie as, like, always a supportive character. So, honestly, like, any, like, ship with her is acceptable as long as it's healthy. So, this is kind of a long video, but that's my Q&A for now. I am going to post, a progress video about how I make Elder Cookie, as well as the Sage of Truth cookie as little Calico Critters. I'm still working on a few more Calico Critters. I'm going to have them feature in, like, little shorts, whatnot. Not YouTube shorts, but, like, you know, short videos, whatnot. But yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting my channel. It really, like, helps a lot, and I really appreciate it. I'm not really good with, like, consistency and scheduling, so honestly, this, like, helps a lot of my motivation to keep going. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a nice day.